Yep. They extremely happy that snow's gone. Right now, this is my squash bed, my new squash bed that I'll be planting squash in this year. Yeah, I plan on going big time with the squash, growing as many as I can. Well over 100 plants is my goal, and planting 10 different varieties. But they're working over the soil right now, getting bugs and making deposits of their manure in here. They made it through the freezes, and they happy. I just want to say, I was thinking about it, and really, I love them hoes. You know what I'm saying? I like the type of hose that you can use and use and use, and there's no problem with them. They like to get deep. They like to really, really work it. You know what I'm saying? The kind that, man, the more you put your hands on them and grab them and just use them how you need to, the better they are. Oh, come on. What did y'all think I was talking about? I'm talking about hose. Look, hose. God, where's y'all mind at? You see, this is what happens when you allow a society to take a word and pervert it. You heard hose, love them hoes, and you are probably thinking, see, where's y'all mind at? Shalom. This is Falling Yahshua. Welcome again to the Rock. I know for you overly sensitive people, you're gonna not like that joke, but technically, this is a hoe, and everything I said about the hoes is true. The more they get used, the better they get. I'm just saying. So I want to thank Westhold Forge for forging these hoes. He forged these and sent them to me. Look at them. And yes, these things are going to be heavily used. And I like these hoes because, this is your typical, store hoe. Let me show you. We're all used to those. I've damaged this metal many times on some of these cheaper hose. And I was actually going to go out and buy some of the hose they use in like third world countries, where it has a very, very thick head on the hoe. And Westhold said he was going to send me some forged, and they work better because these will actually cut through roots. And that's why a lot of the times that people will use the heavier hose is to cut through tree roots. Well, you can see he brought this to a blade. And yes, I know how to sharpen the blades of hose, but again, you try to sharpen these and all you do is end up making the metal more and more brittle. And then eventually the metal starts cracking. So these store hose don't last very well. But Westhold forged these hose. Look at that. So I'm finding, I got some cedar that I'm going to be making handles for these. I'll probably make this one into a small hoe, not a full size like that, but maybe a 2-foot handle. And this one I'll make a full size handle because I do like a lot of smaller handled tools. Just look at those things. Thank you so much, Brother Westhold, for making these for the Rock. These will be used heavily here. I told you I was going to use them. The hose like being used. Hallelujah. I don't know if he does, if he sells them. I know he has a Facebook, Westhold Forge, where you can see some of the things that he forges. I know he said he does bartering for them, but these things are wonderful. They are wonderful. And I like the fact that they are smaller so that even my children can handle them. Because yes, my children be out here in these gardens. They enjoy being out here in these gardens. They just weeded one of my gardens any of the weeds that poke through the ground soil. Actually, let me just go and show you which garden it was. They just got done weeding this garden. And then they just gave the greens to the chickens, and the chickens are very, very happy going through and eating the greens. So this is my okra garden, actually. Last year I just let the okra pods grow, kind of like that one did, right? I don't know if you can see it right there. This was a purple or a burgundy okra. I let it grow up, and then let the pods burst open. So this is self-seeded. It'll be back this year, actually. Once the temperatures reach about 70, they'll sprout through, and I'll have hundreds of okra coming up here. Hallelujah. And newest members to the homestead, which aren't going to be here very long because some of my brothers already laid claim to them. Look at these guys. Look at them. I have 5 of them. 6 of them. 6 of them. But they are Mastiff, Great Dane, Pit mixes. The mother is a Mastiff Great Dane, and then the father is Pit. So they're going to do well on my brother's homesteads, hopefully. They do well here. Look at them. They're just so cute. Look at him. He upside down. All right. I hope y'all are having a blessed day. Just showing some of it. I'll show you this too. There's a new garden we've got going in. This is going to be more for my climbing green beans. Here's another tool I made. I like this one a lot. They were selling these heads at one of these country stores for like $1 a piece, $1.99 a piece. I just got a tent peg or a tent pole, put it in there, jammed in some wood and some screws, and this thing works. I've been using it for 2 years. But anyways, here's the garden. We just piled it up with leaves and some feed bags. And I'll be putting some of the manure from the chicken coop, which is, not the chicken coop, the chicken composter, which is actually right here. The back of this is the chicken composter. And then I built a trellis using some old frames from beds and some wire. And when it rains, the rain's gonna land in my compost bins. This one's full. It'll rain in here and then seep through the back of these boards and into the garden. I did this last year and my tomatillos grew well. So this one is from last year. This is 2020 chicken compost. This is 2020 chicken compost. And this is this is this year's chicken compost. And I just keep my feed bags and have been going into my chicken coop and filling up the feed bags. I throw a cardboard in here too. It breaks down. So yeah, I don't know if you can see that in there, but all that's manure. So I just fill up my feed bags with the chicken manure from the compost bin or from my chicken coop and run and dump it in there. And it makes the compost for me. So, hallelujah. Anyways, hope everything is going well for y'all. Look at that. Walmart was selling these bags for like $1 like 3 years ago. You know, when they're going clearance. I bought them. You can tell how old they are because I haven't used them yet. They're still sitting there. Haven't used them. Because this stuff works way better than the store-bought stuff. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I don't know, give it to my trees, my fruit trees. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I don't really see the purpose of putting it in my gardens. I just bought it because it's on sale, on clearance. So we'll see. You see how faded the bag is. You can tell those tomatoes. You can barely even tell they're tomatoes now. And then they're all bought at the same time, but that bag was on top, and then these bags were below it, so you can tell how they're kind of faded. But anyways, just letting y'all know, if you ever Find yourself a set of good hoes. Use them up. Use them up. The more you use them, the better they get. For you religious people, you're not gonna like that, but I thought that was funny. Anyways, thank you again, Westhold Forge. They are going to be used heavily here. We are extremely grateful. Bless y'all. Have a blessed third day. And shalom.